Fair enough?
Not good.
Well, Carino, it's good to have you back. I've been tired of doing the website stuff, so welcome back. All right, let's hear from Nazarian and Martinez's office. Let's start with Angie. Angie, come on down. What's going on with Adrene and what's happening in Sacramento?
So I have a couple things to say to the neighborhood council. First of all, I want to apologize for not being here last month when you had your meeting. I wanted to definitely thank everyone over here for attending the senior preparedness and helping us out with that. That was a great turnout, and as a result, we were able to give away these wonderful little bags. They're little preparedness go bags that MySafeLA provided. I was able to get 9 extras. Unfortunately, that's all I was able to get. So if anyone is interested in getting one of these bags with the little goodies, feel free to come up to me. I'll be in the back with my little cardboard box and these 9 bags. So the other thing I wanted to mention was that the assembly member is going to be back down here starting next week for about the next 3 months. So if anyone is interested in maybe meeting with him or possibly even having him come down to one of the neighborhood council meetings, we could definitely arrange that. So that's always a plus. We also want to let you know that I provided the State of California agencies and departments brochure, which is pretty much just giving you a list of useful telephone numbers and websites. So let's say you're really independent and you don't want to come up to me and ask me to help you resolve a problem. You want to do it on your own. These are very handy. If you feel like you're still not getting any reaction from them or any response from them, please, as always, feel free to contact me and I'll be able to help you out in that regard. And then the other 2 things I have are, one is our Family Disaster Preparedness Education Seminar. It's going to be over in North Hills, but this is still a great way for anyone who's interested in being more safety prepared with earthquakes to come over and get more involved. It's going to talk about the Map Your Neighborhood, which is just make sure that the entire neighborhood is prepared as a whole and no one goes missing within the neighborhood. We're also going to have a Prepare Teens that we did over here at the VNNC library a while back, and we're going to take it over there. Same thing, concept, but just for the teenagers. And we're doing this new one with the Red Cross, is the Pillowcase Project, which is sponsored also by Disney, where they're just going to teach them some coping skills on what to do when an earthquake happens, because more likely than not, they're not going to be with their parents. So rather than have them freak out, run around, maybe even get lost and make things a little worse for everyone, they know who to go to, who they should respond to, and that sort of situation. So if anyone is interested, I left these over there by the table where Maria is. And so our other event that we're having is going to be a little ways away. It's on October 10th. It's the Pet Adoption Harvest Fair with sponsorship of the East Valley Shelter. So this one is, I'm not sure if anyone's thinking about getting or adopting a dog or a cat, but what we'll be doing is for a $500 value, you'll be able to adopt a dog, a cat, complete with vaccinations, microchip. You're also going to be able to spay or neuter them and get a license. So that's always a possibility if you're thinking about adopting an animal. Also, if you already have animals, but you're up for those shots, like the rabies, Bordetella, and the microchip, we're also going to be providing them from SNP-LA all day for a very low cost. So if you have those pets, feel free to come over there, say hello to us, say hello to everyone, and bring your animals so that we can get a little discount. And that is it for me.
All right.
Oh, yes, and the Labor Day. How could I forget about that? It was just a couple of days ago. Thank you for everyone who showed up to the Labor Day. It was a great barbecue. Definitely would love to see you again next time. It was wonderful. Yes, next time we're going to have another one, hopefully around the same time. And of course, exactly, 7-Eleven did a great job donating everything. So
Cookies and a few other things.
thank
Good
you to
work.
them. Thank you so much.
Angie, make sure that the photos get sent over to George.
Perfect. Okay,
Put them up on the website and everything.
One with me.
I will.
Okay.
I still need
Miss
to do.
Skelton.
It was a great event yesterday. It was nice. I loved it. I wanted to say about her boss. When I was calling around asking people to help me because the little group to help in trying to find a little girl, we had needed volunteers. And for volunteers, we of course needed to feed them or give them water. Her boss showed up, showed out. They had cases of water for me, and I didn't getting a third degree. Her boss in that office was the only office that says, no problem, how soon do you need it, I will have it for you. And when I didn't answer my phone, doors showed up at my job with cases of water. So on behalf of that, I would like to say thank you to the office.
Very good. Anything else for the Assembly Member's Office? Going once. Yes, sir.
I just had a question of our neighborhood council person from 7-Eleven. Thank you for the donations for this event. Any word on your donation to the Jeopardy kids who
They should have already gotten a
really
check.
need? What's that?
I said they should have already gotten a check. It comes from Dallas.
I wouldn't know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, they send it directly. I submit it, they send it out of my account.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Guillermo, you ready for this? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Guillermo from Councilwoman Nury Martinez's office. Guillermo.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me today. As we near the end of the summer, ironically, the heat seems to be increasing. But thank you very much for having me here tonight for September's edition of the Neighborhood Council meeting. Just wanted to go ahead and report that last month we finished our round of summer movies here in the Van Nuys Civic Center. It was great. Actually, I don't remember how many people came to that, but it was a lot of people. I remember seeing the grassy area filled. We had Disney Pixar's Brave, so it was a very, very good time. Thankfully, it wasn't too cold and it wasn't too warm. And how do I know it was successful? Aside from a lot of people showing up, it ran out of food, so that was good.
There it is.
Very good.
Other than that, I don't think I have anything to report. However, stay tuned because I know some things are coming up. For anything else, please feel free to contact our office. If you have any questions, I'll be sitting in the back.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Just a comment. I drove by the island north of Van Owen on Van Nuys Boulevard. It was cleaned up again, and if somebody does something good, we need confidence. So if that was your office that did that, thank you very much because it makes that whole area
Wish they do mine.
better. So thank you for cleaning that up.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, let's jump right into new business and get through this. Yes, gentlemen. Come on down.
Krikorian's office, yeah, we like him a lot too.
Hopefully you'll like me also.
Well, yeah, we don't know well.
My name is Sahagid Alian. I'm the new field deputy for Van Nuys. So it's good to meet everybody. I also cover Valley Glen, so I'll be working hopefully closely with you guys. Yeah, I'm here to listen,
Shot
learn. If you guys have any questions, if I can help with anything, please let me know. I'll have business cards to pass out afterwards.
Thank you, that's what we
And
want.
yeah, thank you for having me.
Good. Very good.
Thank you.
My name is Uncle Patel. I am the school and community coordinator for the new school board member, Scott Schmerlson.
All right.
So we're going to have an open house tomorrow at our district office. You can come and meet him. We'll have food. We'll have principals, local superintendents, teachers, neighborhood council people. I think I did send an email to your board. I don't know if you got it and opened the attachment inside. So myself, having been a treasurer of a neighborhood council in Northridge East, helped and been active with Congress and neighborhood councils, I look forward to working with you. I know you don't have an education committee exactly, but oh, you do.
On it.
I just looked at the website. It wasn't on there, but I look forward to
brand new.
working with the education committee. We've been
We elect tonight.
oh, very good. Yeah. If you may remember, I came during the campaign and I stayed until midnight. I think you guys went for a long meeting that day.
Yeah.
I'll
That was
keep
one
it
of the
short
short
here,
ones,
and I
yeah.
look forward to working with you and the education committee. Open house tomorrow, 4:30 to 7:30. We're gonna focus on the district in the district as opposed to in downtown. So community
Oh, we
members,
like
neighborhood council
that.
people, everyone, we look forward to working with you on all these different fronts. I'll pass these out real quick.
Very good, very good. Mr. Patel, what we could do, Mr. Patel, all right, you can pass out that. We're doing a education summit. Stacy spearheading it. If we could get the board member to come to that, it's in October. I believe it's the third Wednesday in October in this room. that would be perfect. We're inviting the president of CSUN, the president of Pierce, all the principals in our district. So maybe circle around with Stacy, and after tonight's meeting, we're going to be focusing on planning that. So that'll be very good. Thank you, Mr. Patel. With that, let's jump right into the meeting. It doesn't look like Jessica Borick is in the room, but we will leave her on the agenda. She is going to be speaking about illegal street vending. Next up, 8B, the VNNC to approve a neighborhood purpose grant for the 8th Annual Valley Preparedness Fair. The VNNC to host a booth and financially support this important event. It was my understanding that we voted on this before, but I put it back on the agenda just to be on the safe side. The paperwork Jeanette has is for $1,000. It's on the agenda here for $1,500. Do we have any discussion and debate on the number?
What was it for?
I move that we accept their request of 1,000.
I second that motion. If it pleases the council, the paperwork that they have in will be what we're voting on, that not to exceed $1,000. This is Bill Hopkins and his group that have been putting this on for 8 years now. It's quite a big event. Yes, Mr. Walenko.
I think we have to vote on the, or make a motion for as it written, and then amend it, and then vote for that, and then go back and vote for that.
Correct.
Right?
So let's jump in and do that.
Okay, wait, what is it for?
We're amending the 8B to read not to exceed $1,000.
So the amendment on the floor will be to change the language in 8B to not to exceed 1,000. Do I have a motion for that amendment?
So moved.
Okay, so then we have a second on that.
Second.
With that, I call for the vote to make the amendment in 8B, have the number be $1,000 instead of $1,500. Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote on the amendment, please.
President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry. Aye. Treasurer Hop.
Aye.
Ms. Havard.
Yes.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Aye.
Mr. Martin.
Aye.
Ms. Skelton.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. Vallejo.
Yes.
Mr. Anand.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Abstain.
Ms. Padden.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Raines.
Yes.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
Ms. Asgharian is not here, okay. Mr. Knoll.
Yes.
It passes almost unanimously.
Very good. So then the motion on the floor now will be the VNNC to approve the NPG for the Valley Preparedness Fair not to exceed $1,000. Do I?
So moved.
So moved, and we have it seconded. So, Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote on the amended motion.
Just a second, we're stretching up. Okay, President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Treasurer Hop.
Aye.
Ms. Havard.
Yes.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
Yes.
Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. Vallejo.
Yes.
Mr. Anand.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Abstain.
Abstain, okay. Ms. Padden.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Raines.
Yes.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
Ms. Asgharian, not here, okay. She often comes in late, so I did mention that. Mr. Knoll.
Yes.
No, she's not coming.
Okay, then I won't mention her again. Okay, passed.
Just leave it alone. Very good. So then, Jeanette, let's circle back with Mr. Hopkins on that and get him his money. I know Glenn Bailey's been, for lack of a better term, breathing down our necks on this, and we just need to get it done. So
Yes.
there it is.
By the way, Kevin Taylor was just appointed the commissioner for City of Los Angeles.
Very good.
Nice.
Good stuff. Yep, and I saw a Facebook post. He's working for the mayor now. 8C, the VNNC to hold a discussion, nomination, and vote for the office of council president.
I'd like to nominate Mr. George Thomas for another term. He's doing a great job.
Seconded.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thirded.
Do we have any discussion and debate on that? Well, there you have it. Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote on 8C for, well, I guess I would be running unopposed. For my final term as council president.
You still need
Okay,
to
are we
vote.
ready? President Thomas.
I'm going to vote yes.
Okay, well, I
Not
was
surprised.
Yes. I vote aye and yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Treasurer Hop.
aye.
Ms. Savard.
Yes.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarevic.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
Yes.
Mr. Camara.
Yes.
Mr. Vallejo.
Good job, George. Yes.
Thank you, Derek.
Mr. Anand.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Abstain.
That was an abstain. Okay. Ms. Patton.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna vote on anything.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Yes.
Ms. Raines.
Yes.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
Mr. Knoll.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. Didn't miss
Well, there you go. Thank you, guys. Well, I promise to make the meetings run longer for the last year.
Can we take back those votes?
And this 3-page agenda is just not long enough. So in October, I'd like to see a 5-page. Thank you, guys, though, really. Let's go down the list, though, here. 8D, the VNNC to hold a discussion, nomination, and vote for the office of Council Vice President.
I nominate Mr. Benjamin for a second term.
I second.
Do we have, there, Donna is 30 in the motion.
I'd like to nominate, yes, sir, you,
Your name.
Luna,
Skip one. Skip one.
Mr. Luna for VP.
There we go. Do we have anybody else running or would like to nominate someone for VP? Going once, going twice. Do we have any discussion and debate? Should we have a nice little 2-hour debate on the council vice presidency? We could put chairs over there. No, we're good? We're good? Any questions for our two candidates? Mr. Camara?
Well, I'll nominate myself for vice president.
All right.
Okay.
I've worked for over 7 years, and I feel I have a lot of experience.
Do we, is that allowed, or can we do that?
Yeah, I think you can self-nominate.
You can nominate, you can
I think
self-nominate?
self-nominate, yeah.
All right, so we now have 3 candidates in the race for VP. Do we have, does anybody want to ask our candidates any questions?
No, we know everybody.
All right. So,
Oh, sorry, no, we
Maria.
do have one.
Ms. Skelton, yes, ma'am.
This goes to everyone that's running. I would like to see Charles run too. But for everyone that's running, how do you feel about clicks? Or, not clicks, but will you be able to make your own decision? If, let's just say your best friend, your neighbor, or someone else that you're on the board with outside, or someone that you're friends with outside, if they wanted to vote one way, would you still vote with your heart, or you will vote with your friends?
I would go to my conscience.
I can start it off by saying that I voted my conscience every single time. There are as many no votes as there are yes votes, straight on down the line.
I would mention something else.
Oh, is that for me? Oh,
That Mr. Benjamin was here every meeting that we had.
And you're not running.
I'm walking.
All right, Camara or Luna, you want to answer the question?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll answer the question. You're asking me if I'm going to maintain my integrity? Yeah, I'm going to maintain my integrity. That's not what the whole VP thing for me is, though. For me, the entirety of what my vice presidency would be about shortening these meetings. I'm not kidding. I'm really not. These 5-hour-long meetings are unacceptable. I'm not kidding. Like, it's a deal breaker for me almost to be here for 5 hours, literally for the rest of the day. We're not following Robert's rules, which are really easy to follow. We're really inefficient in what we're supposed to be doing. What we're supposed to be doing is serving the people of Van Nuys. What this council has become
we have a ton of potential, but what it's become is a battle of personalities. If we were to introduce formalities in the form of Robert's rules, that would dissipate all personalities. Everybody would feel heard, and we would get a much higher level of debate, a much higher quality of debate, and we would come up to much more informed decisions. But right now, through no fault of anybody on this board, we're doing the best we can as volunteers, but if a couple of common sense systems were put in place, the agenda would come out sooner, we'd all be more well-informed, we'd all have time to look at the agenda, especially when we're giving money in purpose grants or when we're signing community impact statements. We're not as informed as we could be, so we're doing a lot of learning that takes up time. It's kind of like when you go to school and you've already read the chapter the day before, you're ready to do some work, you're ready to ask smart questions. Right now, what we're doing is we're doing a lot of inefficient learning. Learning that could be done in the 30 days prior to the meeting. I'm not saying that the agenda has to come out 30 days prior, but that's an option. You know, another thing is we're not really focused on the service ethic. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 2 or 3 general meetings before stuff happens. We can get this done in 1 meeting, most stuff. That's the power of the neighborhood council system. We're not LA City Council. They take 6 months and 18 votes to do something. We're small and we're agile and we're close to the ground. We can solve problems like that if we get out of our own way. So kind of to circle back, I'm not kidding. The one and only thing I would focus on is shortening up these meetings by being more efficient.
Hoorah.
Mr. Camara.
Well, due to the fact that George will be the outgoing president of this neighborhood council, I feel that he's one of my closely related neighbors on this board. I have some other friends that behave like neighbors, but some really don't act like neighbors. And I wish we'd have that neighborly love so that we can vote with a conscience. But it's very difficult to vote with a conscience where we don't act very friendly towards each other and we don't behave like common citizens. And I wish we could change that in the next year or 2.
Oh, good job.
Fair enough. Any other questions for the candidates? Going once, going twice. All right, so I guess the way we'll handle this vote is you can pick from one of the 3 candidates for vice president. When the secretary calls your name, just say the last name you're voting for. Obviously your vote will reflect who you're supporting, but let me just say as the one council member, if I happen to not vote for you, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't support you for one of the committee chairmanships, which I would like to see. More than one person have. Marie does a very good job, but she shouldn't have to do 2 committee chairmanships. And if she wants to pick one over the other, hopefully these candidates that are stepping up for a leadership position could take over one of the other ones. So with that being said, let's handle the vote. You say who you're supporting, one of the 3 candidates, and we'll go from there. So, Mr. Secretary, I call for the vote on 8D for Vice President.
Okay, President Thomas.
I am voting for Howard Benjamin.
You're dead to me.
Well, it's good we had the president vote first.
Okay, Vice President Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Okay, Secretary Hendry will vote for Benjamin. Treasurer Hop.
Howard.
Ms. Havard.
Mr. Benjamin.
Benjamin, okay. Ms. Meyer.
Benjamin.
Yeah, that's a Benjamin. I'll call these all out just to make sure I'm hearing everything right.